Good morning. My name is Jaime Sturgeon, and I'm here with John Paul Mitchell Systems and Cosmoprof. When first learning to do hair, you learn the basics. You take that basic and you turn it into new techniques and new knowledge. With learning new information, you can be confident behind the chair. Today's class is called Color with Confidence, and we're using Paul Mitchell the color. I will give you the tools today to be confident in using these techniques with the features, benefits, and tools to use this color. Paul Mitchell the color has a natural beeswax base. It also has a wide spectrum of colors and toners to make yourself creative as well. It is a 3-ounce tube, so it also goes a little bit further. There is a low ammonia, and that goes from levels 1 to 10, and it leaves your hair with shiny and conditioned with predictable results. Not forgetting to pre-treat the hair is also another way to set yourself up for success, knowing what that end result is going to be. So today we actually started Ashley, which is my client and guest here, and we are going to finish her as well. We have to find, every time you're starting a color, you need to set yourself up. What is her natural base? Ashley's today is an 8, so that's a great way for us to start with her. This is her natural side still. Target result, she wanted to be something new. So we decided to do on top with Paul Mitchell the color, 7 OR and 20 volume. And on the underneath, we are actually doing, if you tilt your head down, the top section is in a diamond section. And then all around we did 6 cc and 20 volume. The best part about this is she's going to get nice conditioned result with a copper and an orange red. Being an 8th level, we had lots of opportunity here to kind of give her a new look and to be a bright result. She basically has almost all natural hair, which again is great. She does have a couple grays, which is only going to play up from that and give us an even brighter result. So when we do start here in the back, I made sure to lay everything down and continue with the front section and bring it back, and we're going to do that again today. Starting this section 2, I am going to make sure I clip everything away, and I'm going to be using a foil to just lay everything down on. The best part about Paul Mitchell the color as well is you can make this into a semi, a demi, or a permanent just by the developers being used. Again, when you are trying to get that bottom line, especially for a salon owner, this is the color that I suggest, only because there's so many different options for you. Again, using my chopstick to make sure that we're getting clean sections. Our guest also today has very thick hair. So another great option you do have for Paul Mitchell the color to mix with is our developers, and our developers come from 5 volume all the way to 40, and you can get all of them in a cream or a liquid, which again for our thicker hair guests, the liquid just goes a little bit further, and the mixing ratio today is a 1-to-1. Making sure to see each section. They are 1/4 inch sections. So within the Paul Mitchell The Color, we do have an N+ series, and what that is, our gray coverage series. It also is incrementable with any of the shades. Just knowing the actual level or percentage of grays that you have, you can actually work with that in your benefit. Whether it be making a red or another vibrant color, you can actually mix all of the N+ series with our other colors, which is another great benefit. Processing time too today with our 20 volume is going to be 35 minutes. So that's another great way, you know, to get these vibrant colors. Like it's only the 35 minutes, and we'll show you the final result. Moving on to the front quadrant and bringing everything back towards you. and a 35-minute processing time. While my client is processing, I'd like to go over a few other features that Paul Mitchell the Color has to offer you. Like I said earlier when I was applying my guest color, you can make Paul Mitchell the Color into a permanent, a semi, or a demi color. To make the permanent, for 1 to 2 levels of lift or deposit only and gray coverage, you can use 20 volume developer. For 2 to 3 levels of lift, you can use 30 volume, sorry. And then for 3 levels of lift, you can use 40 volume. All of these in which process for 35 minutes total. To make a demi-permanent with Paul Mitchell the Color, which has up to 4 to 6 weeks of longevity, you mix it with 5 volume on damp hair and process that for 20 minutes. For a semi-permanent color with Paul Mitchell the Color, you will mix with 10 volume and it sits for 10 minutes on damp hair as well. Another feature that we have with Paul Mitchell the Color is our Alter Toner series. There's 5 tonal bases, and this is when you have a pre-lightened guest to either neutralize or intensify that color. This is mixed with 5 volume, and it is applied on damp hair, and it sits for 10 to 20 minutes, and generally speaking, to check within the first 10 to see where the tone that you have reached. Another great part of Paul Mitchell the Color is we have the High Lift series. There are 5 also high lifts, which are intermixable as well. These are mixed with 40 volume, and there's a couple different ways to mix them. For up to 4 levels of lift, you can mix 1 part high lift to 2 parts 40 volume cream developer. And another way for the up to 4 levels of lift, but with more tone, is 1 part high lift to 1 part 40 volume, and this sits for 45 minutes. We also have finally our gray coverage series, the N+ series. This is for that guest with 50% gray or above. It is mixed with 20 volume, and this sits for 35 minutes as well. It has 7 levels, which is 3 to 9, and it gives a beautiful end result for those gray coverage guests. Thank you so much. So again, here is our finished guest. Just to recap on top, we did do the 7OR in a diamond shape, and then underneath the 6cc with 20 volume. Processing time again for 35 minutes, and not to forget to post-treat with the shampoo and conditioner, the Color Protect. We did the shampoo and then the condition, and then we finished her off with our Neuro tools and of course our Paul Mitchell styling. So to finish off with our guests, we made sure that she was styled up perfectly, and again to make sure that I had the confidence in showing up the best result. Making sure that I found out her natural level, our target level, and the dominant pigment we were working with. In our case, we used it to intensify using those oranges and those coppers. I just want to thank you on behalf of John Paul Mitchell Systems and Cosmoprof, and don't forget to color with confidence.